Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to Level-Headed News. I'm your host, Brenda, and I've got more news for you. This is the second out of 3 episodes I have for you today. I will remind you before we get started, in case you didn't catch this in the first episode, we've got 2 more days left in the Oregon Person of the Year voting. Put the URL in the description of this video so you can click on that. At the bottom of it, you can vote. Everybody to vote for Ammon Bundy, but of course you can vote for whoever you want to. Share it around. We'll see what happens. We vote today and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, and then Saturday they will announce the winner. So far, Ammon is in second place. So I encourage everybody to vote and share the daylights out of it. Let's see what we can do for Ammon. I have 3 articles in this episode for you. The first one is off of BizPac Review, and it says, Judge Jeanine couldn't wait to set Michelle Obama straight about her hopeless Americans. Addressing Michelle Obama directly, Fox News Judge Jeanine Pirro unloaded on the First Lady for having the audacity to talk about the hopelessness America supposedly feels about Donald Trump being elected president. You lived a life few can even imagine as the citadel of power and prestige in the world, Pirro said. You and your husband, blessed by God and the American people with the unique and historic opportunity, not only led America from that shining place on the hill, but impact Americans and give them hope virtually no others can. Now that you're leaving, hope is gone? She then asked, since when does hope rise and fall with you and Barack in the White House? Pirro gave a clear example of the hope Trump is delivering as she described how folks are turning out to see him on his thank you tour. Hope is when people, 30,000 at a time, stand in line in the cold with their children hoping to get a glimpse of a man they think can change the course of their lives from the downward spiral that you and Mr. Hope and Change have put them on, she exclaimed. Pirro referenced the deal Trump struck with the Carrier Corporation to save American jobs. What hope and change is, she said to Mrs. Obama. Hope and change is when people show up 20,000 strong after an election, desperate to see the man who actually brought back jobs to almost 1,000 people when your husband said it was impossible. And there is a video clip of this in this URL if you would care to watch that for yourself. The next one I have for you is off of BizPac Review, and it says, hilarious save an emotionally fragile snowflake spoof launches just in time for the holidays. In this season of giving, there's one traumatized group we shouldn't forget, the thousands of precious snowflakes who've been personally victimized by the knowledge that they're living in a country soon to be run by someone they didn't vote for. In their promotion of this hilarious clip, the Media Research Center writes that as a result of the country shifting to the political right, America's precious young snowflakes lose their minds. And folks, this is no laughing matter. The spot points out that while our colleges and universities are trying to do their part by providing kittens, teddy bears, and coloring books, it's clearly not enough. We need your help to make sure these snowflakes no longer have to live in fear of being offended by facts and logic, opposing points of view, triggering harmful things like proper pronouns or cultural Halloween costumes, 2 of the spokesmen say. For the price of a pumpkin spice latte a week, you can help a snowflake from being triggered on college campus near you, the spokeswoman informs the viewers. And why should we give? Because your feelings matter, we're told, but their feelings matter more. Before you dip into your wallet, MRC added this disclaimer. Save the Snowflakes is not an actual organization. Save the Snowflakes is a special project of the Media Research Center with the aim of bringing attention to the precious snowflakes across America whose feelings continue to be hurt by conservative rhetoric, social triggers, disagreeable opinions, or opposing points of view. So there's your chuckle for the day. The next one I have is off of BizPac Review, and it says, New York City to preserve Post-it note subway therapy. for Michelle O's hopeless snowflakes. Reaction is mixed. Well, it does beat graffiti. A joint effort by the New York Historical Society and the Metropolitan Transportation Authority is being characterized as the Snowflake Preservation Society, after it was announced Saturday that entities will work to preserve the impromptu subway therapy installations popping up in subway stations throughout the city, according to NBC New York. Subway therapy consists of spontaneous messages of hope written on Post-it notes stuck on walls of New York City subway stations, and the post-election message that are certain to buoy First Lady Michelle Obama's feelings of hopelessness will soon be permanent. There is a picture here in a tweet that, I mean, they have a whole wall wallpapered these Post-it notes. It's hysterical. It says the reaction on social media was summed up well by one user who described the matter as a safe space lunacy run amok. Here's a sampling of responses from Twitter. One says, this is not my New York. In my New York, we move on, wimps. Another one says, it will later be produced in coloring book form. Another one says, perfect example of safe space lunacy run amok. And there's a whole slew of these if you want to read them. So there I have that for you. And that's all I have on this episode. If you like what we do, give it a thumbs up, share it around, subscribe. And when you subscribe, click that little bell and check the box so that you get the email alerts when I come out with another show, because I'm doing these things all the time. You just never know when I'm going to pop something up with either the daily shows or a special edition or breaking news or something. So share it around, tell your friends. Let's get the news out to people.